Welcome to our show. Scene 1 is the lucky winners.
Welcome to the tale of a delicious adventure in a wonderful land. You can't tell it will be delicious. Can't you spell it already? Oh, how I love that gorgeous spell. You've all heard of Cadbury's, Roundtree, Fries, Nestle's, Wonka. What's that? You say, what's Wonka? You mean you don't know what Wonka is? Why, Wonka chocolate, of course. I admit that Willy Wonka's chocolate is fairly new, but it's also the greatest chocolate ever invented. Why, Willy Wonka himself is the most amazing, the most fantastic, the most extraordinary chocolate maker the world has ever seen. He's invented things like, say, why, I'm not going to tell you what he's invented. You came to see for yourself. So I'll let you do just that. But before I do, I should perhaps fill you in on what's been happening around here lately. Because Mr. Willy Wonka makes the best chocolate in the whole wide world. 3 other great chocolate makers known as Mr. Ficklegrubber, Mr. Prudenose, Mr. Slugworth sent spies to work for Mr. Wonka in order to discover his secrets.
Well, they must have been good spies, because soon afterwards, these 3 chocolate makers began making such delicious Wonka favorites as ice cream that never melts, chewing gum that never loses its flavors, and candy balloons that you could blow up until it pops. You could blow up to huge sizes before you popped it with a pin and gobbled them up. Mr. Wonka didn't know what to do. He didn't know who the spies were and who if he continued to operate his factory, all his secrets might be stolen. So he did the only thing he could. He sent all his workers home and closed down the factory. You might think that would be the end of Mr. Willy Wonka, but no sirree, not him. After months and months went by, the factory suddenly began operating again, but nobody knew who was running the place. Nobody ever went in, nobody ever came out. The only thing anyone could see were shadows dancing around in the front of the lighted windows. Mighty strange.
Well, anyway, to get back to the story, soon there was a big article in the town paper saying that Mr. Willy Wonka, in order to sell a lot of candy once again, was running a contest. Yes, sir, that's right, a contest. He had secretly wrapped a golden ticket under ordinary wrapping paper in 5 ordinary candy bars. The candy bars were said to be found anywhere, in any shop, in any street, in any town, in any country, in the world. Upon any counter where Wonka's candies are sold, the 5 winners will tour Mr. Wonka's new factory, take home enough chocolate for the rest of their lives. Now that, my friends, is where our story begins. 4 of the tickets have already been found. Oh, by the way, would you like to meet the 4 lucky people? All right, listen and watch carefully. I think they're here somewhere. Let's see Augustus Gloop. Where are you, Augustus Gloop?
Chocolates. I love chocolates. Food. I must eat all the time. Chocolate. This golden ticket is my ticket meal to eat and eat and eat and eat. Chocolate.
Well, friends, that was our first golden ticket finder, Augustus Gloop. Now let's see if the lucky girl who found our second golden ticket is here. Oh, Violet Beauregard.
I'm not sure when I heard about these ticket things at Mr. Wonka's, I laid on the window and switched to cane for us and closed striking it up. Now course, I'm right back on gum. I just adore gum. I can't do without it. I munch on it all day long except for a few minutes at mealtime when I take it out and stick it behind my ear for safekeeping. To tell you the honest truth, I simply wouldn't feel comfortable if I didn't have this little wedge of gum to chew on every moment of the day. I really wouldn't. My mother says it's not ladylike and it looks ugly to see a girl's jaws going up and down like mine do all the time, but I don't agree. And who's she to criticize anyway? Because if you ask me, I'd say her jaws are going up and down almost as much as mine are from yelling at me every minute of the day. And now I may interest you to know that this piece of gum I'm chewing on at this moment, I've been working on for over 3 months solid. That's a record, that is. It's beaten the record held by my best friend, Miss Cornelia Princemetal. And was she ever mad? It's my most treasured possession now, this piece of gum is. At nights I just stick it at the end of the bedpost, and it's as good as ever in the mornings. A bit hard at first, maybe.
Such a lucky girl. Isn't she wonderful? The third golden ticket was found by another lucky girl. Her name is Veruca Salt. Is Veruca here now?
Where's my golden ticket? I want my golden ticket. Oh, yes, here it is. As soon as I told my father that I simply had to have one of those golden tickets, he went into town and started buying up all the Wonka candy bars he could lay his hands on. Thousands of them, he must have bought hundreds, thousands. Then he had them sent direct to his own factory. He's in the peanut business, you see. He's got about 100 women working for him over his joints, shelling peanuts for roasting and salting. Then he says to them, okay, girls, it says from now on you can stop shelling peanuts and start shelling wrappers of these crazy candy bars instead. And they did. He had every work in place, yanking the paper of those bars, full speed ahead from morning till night. But 3 days went by, and we had no luck. Oh, it was terrible. I got more and more upset each day. I was screaming at him, where's my golden ticket? I want my golden ticket! And would lie for hours on the floor, kicking and yelling the most disturbing way. Then suddenly, on the 4th day, one of his woman workers yelled, I got a golden ticket. My father said, give it to me quick, and she did. And he rushed it home, and now we're all smiles. We have a happy home once again.
Thank you, Veruca. Isn't she a lovely girl? Now the 4th and last ticket was found by a boy named Mike TV. I wonder if Mike's gone his ticket with him. Where are you, Mike?
Of course you got a golden ticket. Well, I got a golden ticket, but why can't everyone leave me alone? I want to watch television.
I watch all the shows every day, even the ones where there's no shooting. I like the gangsters best. They're terrific, those gangsters, especially when they start pumping each other full of lead, or flashing the old stilettos, or getting each other the old 1, 2, 3s with their knuckle dusters. Oh boy, wouldn't I give to be doing that myself. It's the life, I tell you. It's terrific.
And that, folks, is Mike TV. Sorry for bothering you, Mike.
Scene 2 is Meet the Bucket. Now we're going to take a look at the hero of our story, Charlie Bucket and his family. Let me introduce them to you. This is the home of Charlie Bucket. 7 people live here. There are only 2 rooms and only 1 bed, so you can see that life is extremely uncomfortable.
These 2 very old people are the father and mother of Mr. Bucket. Their names are Grandpa Joe and Grandma Josephine. And these 2 very old people are the father and mother of Mrs. Bucket. Their names are Grandpa George and Grandma Georgina. The bed was given to the 4 old grandparents because they were so old and tired, and of course they're all over 90 years old. This is Mr. Bucket. This is Mrs. Bucket. They and little Charlie Bucket sleep in the other room upon mattresses on the floor. As you know, this can be very cold in the winter time.
They can't buy a better house because they don't have any money and there aren't any better dads. Mr. Buck is the only one that could work, and well, he lost his job a few weeks ago. Yes, it's very sad, but you see, the toothpaste factory had to close down without Mr. Willy Wonka's chocolate factory open. Nobody ever got cavities and more, and they didn't buy any toothpaste, and well, you know how it goes. Oh, wait. Gee, I almost forgot. This is our hero, Charlie Bucket. Charlie's a nice boy. Of course he's been starving lately. In fact, the whole family has.
I'm worried about Charlie, though. Why did you know that Charlie is so weak from not eating that he walks slowly instead of running like the other kids so he could save his energy? Well, I've said far too much already. Let's find out what's happening at the bucket house. Now, I'll see you later.
Well, I see that 4 children have found golden tickets. I wonder who the 5th lucky person will be.
I hope it's no one like that repulsive glute boy.
Oh, or as spoiled as that Rufus Salt girl.
Or as beastly as that bubble-popping Violet Beauregard.
Or living such a useless life as that TV boy. It makes you wonder if all children behave like these nowadays, like these bats we've been hearing about.
Of course not. Some do, of course. In fact, quite a lot of them do. But not all.
And now there's only 1 ticket left.
Quite so. And just as sure as I'll be having cabbage soup for supper tomorrow. That ticket will go to some nasty little beast who doesn't deserve it. I bet I know somebody who would like to find that golden ticket. How about it, Charlie? You look chocolate more than anyone I have ever saw.
Yes, I sure would, Grandpa Joe. You know, it just about makes me faint when I have to pass Mr. Wonka's chocolate factory every day as I go to school. The smell of that wonderful chocolate makes me so dreamy that I often fall asleep and bump into Mr. Wonka's fence. But I guess I should realize that dreams don't come true. Just imagine me imagining that I could win the 5th golden ticket. Why, it's pure imagination.
Well, my boy, it may be pure imagination, but I've heard tell that what you imagine, something comes true.
Gee, you really think so, Grandpa Joe? Gee, I wonder.
Scene 3. Luck smiles on Charlie.
You know, it sure would have been nice if Charlie had won that 5th golden ticket. You mean with that 10 pence we gave him for his birthday present yesterday? Yes, the one we gave him to buy the 1 piece of candy he gets every year.
And just think how long it took you to save that 10 pence.
Yes, no, that was really a shame.
But thinking how Charlie enjoyed the candy, he just loves Willy Wonka chocolate.
He didn't really act that disappointed. No, he didn't.
Well, he might not have acted disappointed, but that's because he's a fine boy. And won't any of us to feel sorry for him. Why, what boy would he doesn't believe in? I sure wish he'd won. I'd do anything for him. Why'd I even...
Mom, Mom, Dad, Grandpa Joe, Grandfolks, you'll never believe it. You'll never believe what happened.
Good gracious, Charlie, what happened?
Well, I was walking home and the wind was so cold and the snow was blowing so hard I couldn't see where I was going, and I was looking down to protect my face, and
Go on, Charlie. What is it?
and it was kind of like just laying there in the snow, kind of buried. And I looked around and no one seemed to look at as if they lost anything, and so I picked it up and I wiped it off and I couldn't believe my eyes.
You found the golden ticket? Charlie found the golden ticket? Hooray! Hooray! He did it! He did it!
No, I found a 50-pence piece. But then I thought it wouldn't hurt if I bought a Wonka Wobble Scrumptious Fudge Mold Delight, since it was my 50 pence and I was just so hungry for one.
Yes, go on, go on.
Well, I took the wrapper off slowly and
You found the golden ticket? Charlie found the golden ticket? Hooray, hooray, he did it, he did it.
no, I ate the candy. There wasn't any golden ticket, but then I still have 45 pence left, and well, you know how I love chocolate.
Oh, Charlie, you're not sick, are you? You didn't spend all your money on.
Well, as a matter of fact, I bought another Whipple Scrumptious Fudge Mold Delight, and I found the golden ticket!
You what?
Really did. I found the 5th golden ticket.
Hooray, hooray, you did it! Into the chocolate factory!
Scene 4, off to the factory.
Boy, Grandpa Joe, I sure am glad that Dad let you take me today.
Well, Charlie, I guess he just feels that we understand each other.
Plus, you seem to know all about Willy Wonka and what's happened to him.
Well, he's been an important man in this town for a good long time. A lot of people said some unkind things about him after he closed down the factory. But I always felt that he had his reasons. Actually, I'm quite excited about this golden ticket thing. It's an excuse to see what's going on in the factory and how he's running it.
Speaking of the golden ticket, Grandpa Joe, could I read it one more time? I know it sounds silly, but the whole thing seems so magical.
Sure, Charlie. Let me see if I can find it. Ah, here it is.
Let's see now. It says, "Greetings to you. Greetings to the lucky founder of this golden ticket. From Mr. Willy Wonka, I shake you warmly by the hand. Tremendous things are in store for you. Many wonderful surprises await you. For now, I do invite you to come to my factory and be my guest for one whole day. You and all others who are lucky enough to find my golden tickets. I, Willy Wonka, will conduct you around the factory myself, show awards. When it is time to leave, you will be escorted, I can promise you, home by a procession of large trucks. These trucks, I can promise you, will be loaded with enough delicious eatables to last you and your entire household for many years. If at any time thereafter you should run out of supplies, you have only to come back to the factory and show this golden ticket, and I shall be happy to refill your cupboard with whatever you want. In this way, you will be able to keep yourself supplied with tasty morsels for the rest of your life. But this is by no means the most exciting thing that will happen on the day of your visit. I am preparing other surprises that are even more marvelous and more fantastic for you and for all my beloved golden ticket holders. Mystic and marvelous surprises that will interest, delight, and intrigue, astonish, and perplex you beyond measure. In your wildest dreams, you could not imagine that such things could happen to you. Just wait and see. And now, here are your instructions. The day I have chosen for you for the visit is the first day in the month of February. On this day, and on no other, you must come to the factory gates at 10 o'clock sharp in the morning. Don't be late, and you are allowed to bring with you either one or two members of your own family to look after you, to ensure that you don't get into mischief. One more thing to be certain, to have this ticket with you, otherwise you will not be admitted. Signed, Willy Wonka.
And today's the 1st of February. And say, Charlie, look, we're all ready. And I guess everyone else is arriving together.
There he is. That's him. It's Willy Wonka. Let's see now.
I wonder if I can recognize all of you by the pictures of you in the newspaper. Let's see. You're Augustus Gloop.
Yeah, and this is, my mother.
Delighted to meet you both. Delighted. You're Violet Beauregard.
So what if I am? Let's just get on with everything, huh?
And you must be Miss Beauregard. Very happy to meet you, very happy. I think you are, yes, you're Veruca Salt. And you must be Mr. and Mrs. Salt.
Don't shake his hand, Daddy. It's all probably all sticking chocolate from working in the factory. After all, he does only run a silly little factory. He's not important enough for you to shake Father shaking hands with anyway.
You're my TV, enchanted to meet you. Yes, enchanted.
Come on, I'm missing all my favorite TV shows.
We're the TVs. Pleased to meet you.
Overjoyed. And you must be the boy who just found the ticket yesterday. Congratulations. You're Charlie Bucket, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Thank you. And this, sir, is my Grandpa Joe.
Howdy, Mr. Wonka. I'm real pleased to meet you.
How do you do, Mr. Grandpa Joe? How do you do? Well, now, is that everybody? Why, I guess it is. Good. Now, will you please follow me? Our tour is about to begin. But do keep together, please. Don't wander off by yourselves. I shouldn't like to lose any of you at this stage of proceedings. Oh dear me, no. Here we are through this big red door, please. That's right. It's nice and warm inside. I have to keep it warm inside the factory because of the workers. My workers are used to an extremely hot climate. They can't stand the cold. They'd perish if they went outdoors in this weather. Why, they'd freeze to death.
But who are these, workers?
All in good time, my dear boy. Be patient. You shall see everything as we go along. Are all of you inside? Good. Would you mind closing the door? Thank you.
learning, performing, growing, excelling. Welcome to the Sanford News Network.
Scene 5. Goodbye, Augustus. Scene 5. Goodbye, Augustus. Scene 5. Goodbye, Augustus.
I'm tired. It seems like we've been turning left and turning right, turning left and turning right again for a whole hour or so. When are we going to eat? I'm hungry. I want to eat right now. Do you all hear me? Now!
Did you notice that we've been going downward for the longest time, Grandpa Joe?
Yes, Charlie, I think I heard Mr. Wonka say that we were going underground and that all the most important rooms in the factory are deep down below the surface.
I wonder why.
Well, I think he said that there wouldn't be nearly enough space for them on the top. He said the rooms that we are going to are enormous. Some are supposed to be larger than football fields.
Here we are, everybody. This is the chocolate room. This room is the nerve center of my whole factory. It's the heart of my whole operation.
I don't see anything but that old river over there. Where's the food? I'm hungry.
And just look at those enormous pipes over there. There must be 10 or 11 of them. I wonder what they're for.
Gee, Mr. Wonka, what's wrong with your river? It's all brown and muddy looking.
Nothing wrong with it, my boy. Nothing at all. It's all chocolate. Every drop of that river is hot melted chocolate of the finest quality, the very finest quality. There's enough chocolate in there to fill every bathtub in the entire country, and all the swimming pools as well. Isn't it terrific? And just look at my pipes. They suck up all the chocolate and carry it away to all the other rooms in the factory where it is needed. Thousands of gallons an hour, my dear children. Thousands and thousands of gallons.
Look over there. What is it? He's moving. He's walking. Why, it's a little person. It's a little man down there behind one of the pipes.
She's right, Grandpa. It's a little man. Can you see him?
I see him, Charlie.
There's 2 of them.
My gosh, so there is.
There's more than 2. There's 4 or 5.
What are they doing?
Where do they come from?
Who are they?
Aren't they fantastic?
No higher than my knee.
Look at their funny long hair. They can't be real people.
Nonsense. Of course they're real people. They're some of my workers.
That's impossible. There are no people in the world as small as that.
No people in the world as small as that. Now let me tell you something. There are more than 3,000 of them in my factory. They are Oompa Loompas.
Oompa Loompas? What do you mean?
Important direct from Lootland, and oh, what a terrible country it is. Nothing but thick jungles infested by the most dangerous beasts in the world. Hornswogglers and noswaggers, and those terrible, wicked wagdoodles. A wagdoodle would eat 10 Oompa Loompas for breakfast and come galloping back for a second helping. When I went out there, I found the little Oompa Loompas living in tree houses. They had to live in tree houses to escape the wagdoodles and the hornswogglers and the noswaggers. When I found them, they were practically starving to death. They were living on green caterpillars, red beetles, eucalyptus leaves, and the bark of the bong tree. They loved cacao beans too, but they only found about 1 or 2 a year. They used to dream about cacao beans all night and talk about them all day. It just so happens that the cacao bean is the thing from which all chocolate is made. I myself use billions of cacao beans every week in this factory. So I talked to the leader of the tribe in Oompa Loompish and told him that his people could have all the cacao beans they wanted if they would just come and work for me and live in my factory. Well, the leader was so happy that he leaped up into the air and threw his bowl of mashed caterpillars right out of the treehouse window. So here they are. They're wonderful workers, and they speak English now. They love dancing and music. They are always making up songs. I expect you will hear a good deal of singing today from time to time.
Mummy, Daddy, I want an Oompa Loompa. I want you to get me an Oompa Loompa. I want an Oompa Loompa right away. I want to take it home with me. Go on, Daddy, get me an Oompa Loompa. Now, my pet, we mustn't interrupt Mr. Wonka. But I want an Oompa Loompa.
All right, Veruca, all right, but I can't get it for you this second, please. Please be patient. I'll see that you have it due for the day's out.
Augustus, sweetheart, I don't think you had better do that.
Oh no! Please, Augustus, please! I beg you not to do that. My chocolate must be untouched by human hands.
Augustus, didn't you hear what the man said? Come away from that river at once.
This stuff is terrific. Oh boy, I need a bucket to drink it properly.
Augustus, you must come away. You are dirtying my chocolate.
Augustus, you'll be giving that nasty cold of yours to about 1 million people all over the country. Be careful, Augustus. You're leaning too far out. Save him. He'll drown. He can't swim a yard. Save him. Save him.
Help, fish me out.
Don't just stand there, do something.
Veruca, look, he's being sucked closer to one of the pipes.
There he goes.
Oh, help, murder, police, Augustus. Come back at once. Where are you going? He's disappeared. Where does that pipe go to? Quick, call the fire brigade.
Keep calm. He'll come out of it just fine. You wait and see.
But he'll be turned into marshmallows.
Impossible.
Why not, may I ask?
Because that pipe doesn't go anywhere near my marshmallow room. It leads to the room where I make the most delicious kind of strawberry-flavored chocolate-coated fudge.
Oh, my poor Augustus. They'll be selling him by the pound all over the country tomorrow morning. How dare you laugh like that when my boy's just gone up the pipe? You monster! You think it's a joke, do you? Do you think that sucking my boy up into your fudge room like that is just one great colossal joke?
He'll be perfectly safe.
He'll be chocolate fudge.
Never. I wouldn't allow it.
And why not?
Because the taste would be terrible. Just imagine it. Augustus flavored chocolate-coated glue. No one would buy it.
I don't want to think about it.
Nor do I, and I do promise you, madam, that your darling boy is perfectly safe.
If he is safe, then where is he? Lead me to him this instant.
Go over to one of the Oompa Loompas and ask him to show you the fudge room. When you get there, take a long stick and start poking around inside the big chocolate mixing barrel. He should be in there. Don't leave him in there too long, or he's liable to get poured out into the fudge boiler, and that would really be a disaster, wouldn't it? My fudge would become quite uneatable.
What did you say?
I'm joking. Forgive me. Goodbye, Mrs. Gloop. See you later.
Augustus Gloop, Augustus Gloop, the great big greedy nincompoop. How long could we allow this beast to gorge and guzzle, feed and feast on everything he wanted to? We'd stop it simply wouldn't do. So what we do in cases such as this, we use a gentle touch. Come on, we cried, the time is right to send him shooting up the pipe. But don't, dear children, be alarmed. Augustus Gloop will not be harmed. Oh, of course we must admit he will be altered quite a bit. He will be changed from what he's been when he goes through the fudge machine. Slowly the wheels go round and round, the cogs begin to grind and pound. 100 knives go slice, 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 and add some sugar, cream, and spice. Now, and His grace, a miracle has taken place. This boy who only just before was loathed by men from shore to shore. The greedy brute, this louse's ear, was loved by people everywhere. For who could hate or bear a grudge against a luscious bit of fudge? Scene 6. Row, row, row the boat.
Poor Augustus. Well, I bet I've seen the last of him for a while. Now you folks are really in for a treat. Did you know Willy Wonka had his very own? Yes, that's right, his very own. And boy, it's sharp. It's bright pink, has about 10 Oompa Loompas inside pulling all of the oars. Well, there's no point of telling you all about the boat because in just a second you should be able to see it coming up the tunnel. Yes, yes, here it comes.
It sure is dark in here. How can these dumb Oompa Loompas see where they're going?
There's no knowing where they're going. There's no earthly way of knowing which direction they are going. There's no knowing where they're rowing or which way the river is flowing. Not a speck of light is showing, so the danger must be growing. For the rowers keep on rowing, and they're certainly not showing any signs of slowing.
He's gone off his rocker.
He's crazy.
He's balmy. He's nutty. He's screwy. He's batty.
He's dippy.
He's Dottie.
He's daffy. I said it. Violet. He's wacky.
He's loony.
Oh, no, he's not. Push on the lights. Row faster. Faster.
Look, Grandpa, there's a door in the wall. It says cream room, dairy cream, whipped cream, vita cream, coffee cream, pineapple cream, vanilla cream, and hair cream?
Hair cream? You don't need hair cream.
Row on. There's no time to answer silly questions.
Look, another door. Whipped room.
Whips. What on earth do you use whips for?
For whipping cream. Of course. How can you whip cream without whips? Whipped cream isn't whipped cream at all unless it's been whipped with whips. Just as a poached egg isn't a poached egg unless it's been stolen from the woods in the dead of night. Roll on, please.
Bean room. Cocoa beans, coffee beans, jelly beans, and has-beens?
Has-beens?
You're one yourself. No time for arguing. Press on, press on. Stop the boat. We're there.
We're where?
Up there.
What's up there?
You'll see.
Scene 7, Violet gets the blues.
This is the most important room in the entire factory. All my new inventions are cooking and simmering in here. Old Fickle Rubber would give his front teeth to be allowed inside just for 3 minutes. So would Prod Nose and Slugworth and all the other rotten chocolate makers. But now, listen to me. I want no messing about when you go in. No touching, no meddling, and no tasting. Is that agreed?
Yes, yes, we won't touch a thing.
Everlasting gobstoppers. They're completely new. You can put an everlasting gobstopper in your mouth and suck it and suck it and suck it and suck it, and it will never get any smaller.
It's like gum.
It's not like gum. Gum is for chewing. And if you tried chewing one of these gobstoppers, sure, you'd break your teeth off. But they taste terrific, and they change color once a week. But that machine over there makes hair toffee. But it's not quite right yet. But I'll get the mixture right soon. And when I do, there will be no excuse anymore for little boys and girls going about with bald heads.
But Mr. Wonka, little boys and girls never go about with.
Don't argue, my dear child. Please don't argue. Now, over here, if you will, I'll step this way. I will show you something I am terrifically proud of. Oh, do be careful. Stand back. Here we go.
You mean that's all?
That's all. Don't you know what this is?
By gum. It's gum. It's a stick of chewing gum.
Right you are. Fabulous and sensational gum. It's the most fabulous and sensational gum in the world. This gum is a fantastic gum. In that, it's chewing gum. It's a chewing gum meal. It's a whole 3-course dinner all by itself. When I start selling this gum in the shops, it will change everything. It will be the end of cooking, marketing, forks, plates, washing up, and garbage. This piece of gum I've just made happens to be tomato soup, roast beef, and blueberry pie. You can have almost anything you want.
What do you mean by that?
If you were to start chewing it, you would actually taste all of those things, and it fills you up. It satisfies you. It's terrific.
Veruca. It's utterly impossible. Just so long as it's gum. And I can chew it. And that's for me. Come on, Mr. Wonka. Hand over this magic gum of yours, and we'll see if the thing works. Now, Violet, let's not do anything silly. I want the gum. What's so silly?
I'd rather you didn't take it. You see, I haven't got it quite right yet. There are still 1 or 2 things.
Oh, to heck with that.
Don't.
Fabulous. It's great.
Spit it out.
Keep chewing, kiddo. Keep right on chewing, baby. This is a great day for the Beauregards. My little girl's the first person in the world to have a chewing gum meal.
No. It isn't ready for eating yet. It isn't right. You mustn't do it.
Good heavens, girl. What's happening to your nose? It's turning blue. Oh, be quiet, Mother, and let me finish. Your cheeks, your chin, your whole face is turning blue. Mercy sakes, the girl's going blue and purple all over. Violet, you're turning violet. Violet, what is happening to you? You're glowing all over. The whole room is glowing.
I told you I hadn't got it quite right yet. It always goes wrong when it comes to the dessert. It's the blueberry pie that does it, but I'll get it right one day. You wait and see.
Violet, you're swelling up. I feel most peculiar. You're swelling up. You're blowing up like a balloon.
Like a blueberry.
Call a raptor.
Prick her with a pin.
Save her.
It always happens like this. All the Oompa Loompas that tried it finished up as blueberries. It's most annoying. I just can't understand it.
But I don't want a blueberry for $1. Put it back this instant.
Tell one of the Oompa Loompas over there to roll Miss Beauregard into the juicing room at once.
The juicing room? What for?
The squeezer. We've got to squeeze the juice out of her immediately. After that, we'll just have to see how she comes out. But don't worry, we'll get her repaired if it's the last thing we do. I'm sorry about it all. I really am.
Mr. Wonka, will Violet ever be all right again?
She'll come out of the de-juicing machine just as thin as a whistle, and she'll be purple from head to toe. But there you are. That's what comes from chewing disgusting gum all day long.
If it's so disgusting, then why do you make it in your factory?
I can't hear a word you're saying. Come on, off we go. Follow me.
We surely must all agree there's almost nothing worse to see than some repulsive little bum who's always chewing gum. The sticky habit's bound to send a chewer to a sticky end. Did any of you ever know a person called Miss Bigelow? This dreadful woman saw no wrong in chewing all day long. And when she couldn't find her gum, she chewed up the linoleum. Or anything that happened near a pair of boots, the postman's ear, or under people's underclothes. And once she chewed her boyfriend's nose. For years and years she chewed away, consuming 50 packs a day. Until one summer's eve, alas, a horrid business came to pass. Bigelow went late to bed. For half an hour she lay in bed. At last she put her gum away upon a special little tray. She settled and went to sleep. She managed this by counting sheep. But now, how strange, although she slept, the massive jaws of her still kept on chewing through the night. Even with nothing there to bite. Sleepy woman's great big trap, opening and shutting, snap, snap, snap. Faster and faster, chop, chop, chop. Noise went on, it wouldn't stop. Until at last her jaws decided to pause and open extra wide. And with the most tremendous chew, they lit the lady's tongue in two. And that is why we'll try so hard to save Miss Violet Beauregard from suffering an equal fate. She's still quite young and not too late. Provided she survives the cure, we hope she does, you can't be sure.
Scene 8, Veruca gets squirrely.
All right, stop here for a moment and catch your breath, and take a peek through the glass panel of this door, but don't go in. Whatever you do, don't go into the nut room. If you go in, you'll disturb the miniature squirrels.
Oh, look, Grandpa, look. Miniature squirrels!
Jeepers, there must be 100 of them around the pile of walnuts over there.
These squirrels are specially trained for getting the nuts out of walnuts.
Why use squirrels? Why don't you use Oompa Loompas?
Nobody can get walnuts out of walnut shells in one piece except squirrels. I insist on only using whole walnuts in my factory, so I use squirrels to do the job. And see how they first tap with their knuckles to be sure it's not a bad one? If it's a bad one, it makes a hollow sound, and they don't bother to open it. They simply throw it down the garbage chute.
Hey, Daddy, I've decided I want a squirrel. Get me one of those squirrels.
Don't be silly, sweetheart. These all belong to Mr. Wonka.
I don't care about that. I want one. All I've got at home is 2 dogs and 4 cats and 6 bunny rabbits and 2 parakeets and 3 canaries and a green parrot and a turtle and a bowl of goldfish and a cage of white mice and a silly old hamster. I want a squirrel.
All right, my pet daddy will get you a squirrel just as soon as he possibly can.
But I don't want any old squirrel. I want a trained squirrel.
Very well. Wonka, how much do you want for one of these crazy squirrels? Name your price.
They're not for sale. She can't have one.
Who says I can't? I'm going in to grab me a squirrel this very minute.
Don't.
All right, I'll have you.
No, they've all jumped on her. All of them. 25 have her right arm pinned down. 25 have her left arm pinned down. 25 have her right leg anchored to the ground. 24 have her left leg. And the last squirrel, it's climbed up on her shoulders and started tapping on Veruca's head with its knuckles.
Save her, Veruca, come back. What are they doing to her?
They're testing her to see if she's a bad nut. Watch. My goodness, she is a bad nut after all. Her head must have sounded quite hollow.
Where are they taking her?
She's going where all the other bad nuts go, down the rubbish chute.
By golly, she's going down the chute.
She's gone.
Where do you suppose she gone to?
That particular chute runs directly away all the rubbish from every part of the factory, all the floor sweepings, and all the potato peelings, and rotten cabbages and fish heads and stuff like that.
Who eats fish and cabbage and potatoes in this factory? I'd like to know.
I do, of course. You don't think I live on cacao beans, do you? And of course the pipe goes to the furnace in the end.
Now see here, Wonka, I think you've gone just a shade too far this time. I do indeed. My daughter may be a bit of firm. I don't mind admitting that, but that doesn't mean you can roast her into crisp. I'll have you know, I'm extremely cross about this. I really am.
Oh, don't be cross, my dear sir. I expect she'll turn up again sooner or later. She may not even have gone down the pipe at all. She may just be stuck in the chute just below the entrance hole. And if that's the case, all you'll have to do is go in and pull her up again.
Veruca, are you down there?
Oh no, the squirrels have pushed her too.
Good gracious me, what a lot of rubbish there's going down today. What is it like down there, Angina? Help!
Oh dear, what on earth is going to happen to them now?
I expect someone will catch them at the bottom of the chute.
But what about the great fiery incinerator?
Oh, they only light it every other day. Perhaps this is one of the days when they let it go out. You never know. They might be lucky. I've never seen anything like it. The children are disappearing like rabbits. Oh, well, shall we Move on?
Oh, yes.
My feet are getting tired. I want to watch television.
If you're tired, then we better take the elevator. It's just down the hall. Come on.
Every single bit of flame and all the smoke and the shape all upon Veruca saw, and she the only one at fault. Though she spoiled and dreadfully so, a girl can't spoil herself, you know. Who turned her into such a brat? Who are these culprits? Who did that? Alas, needing to look so far, find out who these sinners are. And they are, and this is very sad, loving parents, mom and dad. And this is why we has to go to the rubbish as well.
C9, going up.
Wow, look at that. It's a great glass elevator. Look at all the buttons all over.
This isn't just any ordinary up and down elevator. This elevator can go sideways and long ways and slant ways and any other way you can think of. It can visit any single room in the whole factory, no matter where it is. You simply press the button and zing, you're off.
Fantastic.
Look, each button is labeled.
And each button stands for a room.
Yeah, let's see. It says strawberry juice water pistols, exploding candies for your enemies, stick jaw for talkative hands, invisible chocolate for eating in class, rainbow drops, stuff them and you can spit in 6 different colors.
Come on, enough. You can't wait all day.
Isn't there a television room in all this lot?
Certainly, right here.
Whoopee, that's for me.
Hang on, everybody.
I'm going to be sick.
Please don't be sick.
Try and stop me.
Then you better take this.
Make this awful thing stop.
You can't do that. It won't stop till we get there. I only hope no one's using the other elevator at this moment.
What other elevator?
The one that goes on the opposite way on the same track as this one.
Holy mackerel. You mean we might have a collision?
I've always been lucky so far.
Now I am going to be sick.
No, no, no. We're nearly there. Don't spoil my hat.
Some ride! Never again.
Just a minute now. Listen to me. Before we go into the television chocolate room, I want to warn you. There is dangerous stuff around here, and you must not tamper with it. Okay, everybody out.
Scene 10, Mike shrinks.
Here we go. This is the testing room for my very latest and greatest invention, television chocolate.
But what is television chocolate?
Good heavens, child, stop interrupting me. It works by television. I don't like television myself, but I suppose it's all right in small doses, but children never seem to be able to take it in small doses. They want to sit there all day long and staring at the screen.
That's me.
Shut up. Thank you. Now then, the very first time I saw ordinary television working, I was struck by a tremendous idea. If a photograph could be broken up into 1,000,000 pieces and the pieces sent whizzing through the air until they hit an antenna and then put together again on a screen, why couldn't I send a real bar of chocolate whizzing through the air through the air in tiny pieces and then put back together at the other end, all ready to be eaten?
Impossible.
Think so? Watch me send this bar of chocolate from one end of the room to the other by television. Bring that bar of chocolate, please.
The chocolate. Wait, did you do it? Just keep it. Anything? The chocolate's gone.
It's on its way. It's now rushing through the air in 1,000,000 pieces.
How can you wait? How can you take it? It's just a picture on a television screen.
It's absolutely fantastic. It's a miracle.
Just imagine when I start using this across the country. A commercial will flash on to the screen and a voice will say, "Eat Wonka's chocolates. They're the best in the world. If you don't believe us, try one for yourself now." Terrific.
But Mr. Wonka, can you send other things through the air in the same way, like people? Could you send a real live person from one place to another in the same way?
A person? Are you off your rocker?
But could it be done?
Good heavens, child, I really don't know. I suppose it could. Yes, I'm pretty sure it could. Of course it could. I wouldn't like to risk it, though. It might have some very nasty results.
Look at me. I'm going to be the first person in the world to be sent by television.
No, 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 no.
Mike, stop. Come back. You'll be turned into 1,000,000 tiny pieces.
See you later, alligator.
We shall have to hope for the best. We must pray that your little boy will come out unharmed at the other end. We must watch the television screen. He may come through at any moment.
It's taken a heck of a long time to come across.
Hold everything. Watch the screen. Something's happening.
Here he comes. Yes, that's him all right. But he's a midget. Isn't he going to get any bigger?
Grab him. He's completely okay.
You call that okay? He's strong.
Of course he's strong. What did you expect?
This is terrible. I can't send him back to school like this. He'll get squashed. He won't be able to do anything. What did you say, Mike? I'm throwing the television. No, you will not be able to watch television. I'm throwing the television set right out the window the moment we get home. What, Mike? I don't care what you want or how much you jump and scream. There.
Gee, how will Mike ever go again?
Well, small boys are extremely springy and elastic, so maybe he'll stretch if we put him on a special machine I have for testing the stretchiness of chewing gum.
How far do you think he'll stretch?
Maybe miles. Anyway, he'll be awfully thin, but we'll fatten him up with all my super vitamin candy. It contains all the vitamins from A to Z. Mr. TV, just hand these orders over to an Oompa Loompa over there, and don't look so worried. They all come out in the wash, you know, every one of them.
Important thing we learn so far, our children aren't protected. Never, never near your television set. They've always up and learned your best and stare until their eyes pop out. Oh yes, we know it keeps them still. They don't climb out the windowsill. They never fight or kick or punch. They leave you free to cook the lunch and wash the dishes in the sink. But did you ever stop to think and wonder just exactly what this does to your beloved child? It rots sentences out of the head, kills imagination dead. His baby comes and sells his cheese. His hours think I was free. Yes, he cannot think he only sees me. Right, he'll cry. Right, he'll say, but if I don't take the set away, what shall we do to entertain our darling children? Please explain. We'll answer you by asking you what use the darlings want to do. They used to read and they'd read and read and read and read and then proceed to read some more. Wait, cut that tooth for half their lives they're reading books. Wondrous, fantastic tales of dragons, gypsies, queens, and whales. Pirates wearing purple paint and sailing ships on elephants. And cannibals crouching around a pot, stirring away at something hot. But those that used to know long ago. So please, oh please, we beg, we pray, those know your TV set away. You're not because we promise you that in about a week or two of having nothing else to do, they'll now begin to feel the need of having something good to read. P.S. regarding my TV, we very much regret that we shall simply have to wait and see if Mike can get him back his sight. But if we can't, it serves him right.
Scene 11, a surprise for Charlie.
Which room shall we be in next? Hurry up, we must be going. And how many children are left now?
I guess there's only Charlie left now, Mr. Wonka.
You mean you're the only one left?
Why, yes.
But my dear boy, that means you've won. I do congratulate you. I really do. I'm absolutely delighted. It couldn't be better. How wonderful this is. I had a hunch, right from the beginning that it was going to be you. Well done, Charlie, well done. We mustn't dilly, we mustn't dally. We have an enormous number of things to do before the day is out. Just think of the arrangements that have to be made.
Wait, Mr. Wonka. I'm afraid I don't understand all this. What are you talking about?
Oh, do forgive me. I get carried away at times. I forgot you didn't know.
Know what?
You know, Charlie, I love my chocolate factory. Tell me, Charlie, do you love my chocolate factory? Think carefully, because this is very important how you feel.
Well, Mr. Wonka, all I can say is that I've never spent a more fantastic day anywhere in my whole life. I've been very, very happy. I do love this chocolate factory. Yes, I think I do. It means a great deal to me.
Why do you ask, Mr. Wonka?
Well, of course, Charlie and all of the others will receive all the candy I promise, but I want Charlie to receive much more. You see, the whole day has been a contest. It's been a contest to find out who the best person would be for the job.
What job?
Well, you see, I'm tired, Charlie. I'm not getting any younger, and it isn't easy to carry out my ideas as it once was. I need some help. That means you.
Me?
Yes, I would like you and Grandpa Joe and of course the rest of your family to move and live here permanently. I would like to have someone who will take over after I've gone. I have no family and I can think of no one I would like to run the factory more than you. This would be after I trained you and taught you everything I know, of course. I've watched you all day, and you're the type of person that will appreciate this factory and care for it as I have all these years. Will you accept my offer? If you do, everything I have is yours.
Will I? Wow, this is more than I could ever have imagined. Will I? Of course I will, Mr. Wonka. Thank you. Just think of it, Grandpa Joe. Wait until we tell Dad, Mom, and the grand folks it's going to be our chocolate factory, and we're never going to starve again. Just think of all that chocolate. Oh, just you wait and see.
We're going to go get a group picture. We're going to go get a group picture.
Okay, we're going to get a group picture now, so great pick-ups for everyone. Come on over, everybody.
Sup?
No.
I was in scene 3.
I know.
Let's say hi.
Don't be on your toes. Yes, get down on your knees. Get down on your knees. Get down on your knees. Me either. Yeah. Here, Katie needs to go right here. Get down on your knees. Well, right now, right in front of me.
We have from Jenny over. How about if you come kneel in the front? Jenny over. Come on, kneel in the front, and that way everybody will be on the feet.
This has been the Sanford News Network.